Hello, this is part 3 for How to Write a Summary. So let's just go through very quickly and review the first points from the previous video. How to write a summary. Number 1, read the source material or materials, or listen or watch the source materials. Do not take notes, just read, watch, listen. Put away the source materials. The originals should never be open in front of you when you are writing your summary. Not ever. Write down everything that you can remember. At this time, the order does not matter. What is important is that you are writing down everything that you can recall as fast as you can recall it. Do not look at the original print source. Do not listen to the audio source. Do not watch any video sources. Just write or type from memory. Next, put aside what you have written and walk away from it for about 30 minutes or longer. Print out what you have typed. If you wrote it by hand, then you are all set for now. Come back later and read what you have written. As you read, use a pen or pencil and begin to take notes on the summary. Start to consider if what you have written is complete. Complete means that you have the author's thesis, whatever you determine it to be. Have you identified 3 supporting ideas that the author has used to illustrate her position? Have you listed these ideas in the exact order that they appear in the original? Right? So at that point, you're not really starting to make any major changes yet to this version of your summary. Okay? Next, you're going to put away your summary notes. Okay, this is not a finished draft yet. And then read the original source again. Do not take notes. Put away the original source. Write a new summary. Do not look at your first attempt. Do not use any notes. Do not look at the original source material. Okay, these are all surefire ways to make sure that you understand what you've been reading. Because if you're just doing this from your memory, it's proving that you're reading and understanding, that you're just not decoding. Reading means actually absorbing and comprehending what you're reading. Decoding is just looking at the letters as they in the words as they pass through your eyes. They don't actually sit in your brain. Okay, you can't summarize unless you understand. Okay, and this forces you to slow down and to contemplate what you're reading and what you're writing about. Okay, so you now have 2 versions of your summary, right? Right. So you now have two versions, or 2 drafts, we should say. 2 drafts of a summary of the original source. This is now when you can compare and contrast both of your summaries. First, have you clearly stated what the author's thesis or overarching yep, there we go, overarching main idea is? Secondly, right? Second, have you identified 3, I'm going to say big ideas, just because I don't want to keep using the same word, three big ideas, or three big, have you identified three supporting ideas that the author uses to support the her thesis. Then third, have you listed these, I don't know, we're just going to use the word ideas because it's easy, ideas or episodes or facts or data in the order that the author or the journalist has presented them in her original essay or article or book or report, whatever the source happens to be, or just source. Okay. Okay. The next step is write the introduction paragraph in which you state the introduction paragraph of your summary without the source being open, without the original source being open, without the original source being open, but using your two sets of notes. Right. Provide the original title, author, and publication information for the source that you are summarizing. Express what you think is the author's thesis. List the three main ideas that you think are best representative of the author's perspective. The next step is to write your first paragraph, which is really the second paragraph. Second paragraph. Second paragraph. Summarize the first supporting detail that you think best supports the author's claim, which is thesis. Do not put in your opinion. Do not speculate about the validity of the sources, research, or contents. A summary which is what you're doing, is an objective, brief retelling of the source. It does not contain the summarizer's opinion. The third paragraph, same as the second, but with the author's second supporting material. And then the fourth paragraph, repeat the process again. So this is again, but with the author's third main idea that you think supports her thesis. Or we could say her objective for writing and we're going to hold off there for the next video to talk about the conclusion.